What is good, my homies? How you all doing? Let us keep it rolling with part 3 of the series. Roll the video. Number 21. Amagon. In this game we control an US Marine whose plane took a nasty nosedive on a deserted island. Now he gotta explore that island and throw down with some hella dangerous enemies like a crab, a snake, a little bird, and a hopping mushroom among others. A real dangerous mission that only a true US patriot with a hairy chest and a silver back like our main man could handle. For real though, the reason the story is so ridiculous is cause back then, that is how the US suits wanted to market it. This game was originally from Japan, and its story was a bit different. Our protagonist was not a US soldier but a mad scientist who created a substance called Macho Max, or as I like to call it, the Chad substance. Our dude then drinks that stuff and transforms into his Macho Man form, and that's the real name, no cap. Later on, the Chad substance gets stolen by the island creatures, and they end up turning into the most Chad versions of themselves. So our hero gotta go on a mission, fighting these Chadified life forms to get back the Chad substance. Haha, for sure a way more fun and colorful story than the US one, and it fits the game better since this game ain't serious at all. Gameplay-wise, this game is clearly inspired by Contra, except in my opinion it's way more ridiculously hard, so much so that even your bullets are limited, so you gotta manage them proper if you don't wanna waste your time later, getting to the final boss with no ammo and basically being useless. Some Vatos will like the challenge, others will get bored. I don't know, I could not even get past the first boss, some kind of lion man who is hella hard to dodge, so I never made it past level 1. In my opinion, I give it a 5. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either, though personally I will add it to my favorites list cause I found it kinda fun, but I understand many people will not like this game, especially cause of the ridiculously designed choice of not having unlimited ammo. Number 22. American Gladiators. This game is based on a TV show from the same era, where a bunch of gymnasts competed to see who was the best pure muscle and machismo. Just peep those epic poses. In the game they adapted 5 mini-games from the series, and honestly I'm surprised at how well they came out. In one of them we gotta dodge projectiles that a tank is shooting at us, and then we gotta take it down with some missiles we can pick up along the way. In another one we gotta throw hands with other competitors, and as we advance we gotta use different attack combos. At first it might seem complicated, but then you realize the best strategy is just to spam. The next one is called the Human Cannon. Supposedly we gotta launch ourselves in a way that knocks down the dummy standing on the next platform, but no matter how hard I tried, I could not knock him down. Then there is a kind of dodgeball game where we gotta grab some balls and toss them into the baskets. And last but not least, in my opinion the best one, climbing a wall. This level is perfect. It has some epic music to go with the action. The way it plays is super stimulating and creative, and it was the one I got hooked on the most. This level is perfect for speed running. Let's see if any of you Vadots are down to set a record. I checked online and many critics claimed not to like this game, but user reviews saw it as a fun game. For casual fun seems to be good. For my taste I give it fun rating. No doubt about it, this one is going to my favorites list. Number 23. Anticipation. This game brags about being the first board game on the Nintendo NES, and well, that is the only thing it has to brag about, that and its cover art with some hell 80s looking people, cause other than that, I don't even think your little cousin who still hasn't fried their brain on TikTok would dig this. The whole point of the game is that you gotta solve some mini games where a computer draws something and you gotta guess what the hell it is supposed to be, and that's the whole game. Sometimes the drawings are easy to figure out, but other times they are so trippy that you start wondering what kind of weird dreams the person who picked them was having. Anyway, the concept itself is not bad. I'm sure if it was an actual board game, it would be pretty fun to play with your homies, but as a Nintendo NES game it just does not work. There is not much else to say. I give it a 4, it's simply not a good game. Number 24, Arcadia 6. I ain't gonna drag this one out too much, cause this game is a prototype, meaning it never got finished. Supposedly its goal was to bring a few arcade gems to the Nintendo NES, but since it's incomplete, you can't really judge it. I'm not even gonna give it a rating, I am just gonna leave it up to you whether you would add it to your favorites list or not. Number 25. Arch Rivals. This is a basketball game where we control one player, and sometimes we also control our teammate. We can clock our opponents with some smacks and the refs won't call a foul. Obviously they can do the same to us. I could not figure out how to steal the ball though. Something I do not dig is that every time someone scores, this hella annoying screen pops up and just breaks the flow of the action. Was it that hard to just flash a little text showing the score went up and call it a day? If it bugs me this much, imagine your little cousin whose brain is fried from binge watching TikTok. Personally, I give it a 6 out of 10. I am trying to be objective and recognize that it is a well-made game, but for my taste, I would not add it to my favorites. Number 26. Archon. This game is like a chess type thing, except instead of just moving pieces around all passive and turn-based, our pieces also get into actual fights with each other. So in theory, even if your piece gets attacked by a stronger one, you still got a fighting chance. I say in theory though, cause in practice, a stronger piece will straight up annihilate the other one with one breath. So honestly it just ends up feeling like a waste of time. In my very first match, I got clapped so bad that not even Brazil versus Germany in 2014 comes close to that level of humiliation. The game tells you it's a battle between the light side and the dark side, and I joined the light side cause I'm a good little boy XD, but I did not have enough IQ to beat the dark side. The concept is pretty original and personally I did add it to my favorites list, though I get that a lot of people might find it boring. 6 out of 10. Number 27. Arctic. For real, I was messing with this game for a bit and could not for the life of me figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. Apparently the direction of these spheres gets affected depending on which way these switches are pointing, but it seems like it only affects some of them. I don't know, I do not get the puzzle. I do not have the IQ for that, and honestly I ain't about to waste brain cells trying to figure it out. That is why I ain't gonna give it a rating. Y'all judge it for yourselves, and nah, personally I would not add this one to my favorites. Number 28 and number 29. Arkanoid 1 and 2. How could you not recognize these two classics from back in the day, which were straight up fun as hell? I bet even your little cousin would dig them even though they ain't nothing like Fortnite. The bad thing is that to play them on the NES you need a special controller made by the manufacturer, so without it you cannot play, so the rest needs no further explanation. Personally I would add them to my favorites list if I had that special controller to play them. These two games get the honor of being a 10 games for gigachods. Number 30. Arkista's Ring. Oral, we are already getting into those kinds of games on the list. I wonder how many of you horny batos paused this vid just to appreciate that cover art. Haha. This one is about going into dungeons, throwing down with whatever creatures pop up, and scooping up items. Honestly I expected it to be harder, but it's pretty manageable. I was playing for a good while and managed to hit level 30. I was asking myself how many levels were left until I checked the cover, and realized this game has over 125 levels. So that means you got levels for a good while, mamma mia. Ain't much else to say, 6 out of 10. Personally I didn't dig it that much, but even so I would add it to my favorites list since it's playable. Add it, why not? Alright homies, that has been all for now. Remember to drop a like on the video so you do not miss any of the 49 parts that are coming XD. Remember that if you have any joke, complaint or insult, you can leave it in the comment box. I read all of them, especially the insults. Adios.